Hello everyone. I know that I have been missing a lot lately from YouTube. The cause was different issues. Now I'm here and I have a guest, and today's guest is Adora Casuneli, a book author. Welcome Adora, and thank you for taking this interview and painting with us.
Thank you, Oksana, for inviting me.
This is really my pleasure. So today we will paint on self-acceptance, but the title of the algorithm is forgiveness. That's why I propose you that we paint on forgiveness, and in actualization, as you know already, we write self-acceptance. We also write people we want to forgive but we cannot forgive. So if you have your exes, if you have your parents that you cannot accept, or maybe they hurt you and you cannot forgive, I also recommend, if you are married, write on the name of your husband, because there is always something you are angry with him. You want to forgive him, and this will do you only good, I promise. So write everybody who, in your opinion, harmed you somehow and you cannot forgive them. So parents, friends, your boss, whoever you think that harmed you in a way, you can write them, and be aware of how you feel and what will happen in the next day. So let's start.
Yes.
And while painting, we will talk about your book. So I propose we start with painting, we will do the actualization, and while rounding, we will discuss the book. Agree?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Perfect. Great. So let's write the word forgiveness.
I will take the red one, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
You can write in your own language, or you can write in English. How it is convenient for you, you write it in that language. So we write forgiveness. I usually write the date when I started to work on the topic. So today is 27/03/26. And I will put now 2 minutes. And in these 2 minutes, I will ask you to write 20 words. And these words should comprise names, nouns, verbs, adjectives, whatever what implies forgiveness to you. Also names of people. You can write your parents, you can write your exes, you can write your chiefs, and so on. So let's do it. Start.
Yes.
Now let's see if we have each of us 20 words.
Let's see. $23.
Perfect.
Yes.
So you can also write God, and you can also write your life, because many of us are angry with
Us.
With ourselves, with God, with parents, with stepmothers, stepfathers, and so on. Once you did that, we just turn out the page, and before that you can even choose 1 or 2, 4 until 5 names or words that you would like to paint today. So for me, I would, for instance, write acceptance, self-acceptance, so me. I will take forgiveness, because I took it twice, as I see. Self-respect. So I have 5.
4. Should I?
You can take 4, you can take 5. How many you think you need?
Okay, good.
But I won't recommend more than 5.
5.
So that you feel good.
So I have.
Did you write your husband?
No.
Write his name, just for sure.
Yeah, I'm so
Happy.
with him. Yeah.
You're never angry with him.
Oh, I am, but I don't
okay.
have something to forgive him, which I don't know. Maybe something unconsciously.
Okay, now we take our marker, and You think of the word that you have written here for my boss. So I am doing like a catharsis on my boss.
Should I, I have to take one word and then do it something about this word?
Exactly, like a catharsis, like this. Exactly. Then the other word, that's my forgiveness, self-forgiveness. So you see how big is already me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
so the next step, at the moment you should feel already a little bit of headache maybe, and then comfort.
Or coldness.
Or coldness.
Yes.
Exactly. If it's cold, then this is about fears. Okay, so the next step, what we do, each of these catharses we are taking into a circle. The circle can intersect.
But if you are not good making circles, it's not a problem,
It's
right?
not a problem. There is no good or bad here. Just take everything in circles. Great. Perfect. You did really
I have
well.
to close the circle, right?
Yes. Okay.
Good.
Great. Okay, so if you analyze a little bit the circles, you see already where the biggest anger is, whom you to forgive exactly, and which is the smallest.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you didn't remember, because the subconscious already knows it, everything.
Okay.
The next step, what we do is we take each corner or each leftover line and we take it until the end of the page. You take your line, you see, until the end
Only
of the
the
page.
lines or the corners, right?
All the corners and all the lines. See? So I've read your book. I must say it was amazing. I liked the language. I liked the metaphor that you used. And I have prepared some questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, please. And I can say that I am impressed that you read the book, because actually it's a children's book. It's a novel, but still a children's novel. So
I agree, but even when you start reading, it's captivating. So you did it like a little bit of a thriller that you want to read to see what happens to Nimurel.
yeah. Yes, I don't know if you know the story of this book.
Yeah, let's talk about it, because this is actually my first question.
So I anticipated your first question. Normally, so this book, actually I dreamed it, because I am a very, very good friend with my dreams. As a student back in history, I don't know, around 1990s, when I was very young, you know, all of us had some obsessions for different writers or authors, or stuff that it's different or has interest in something unusual. So my favorite author back then was Carlos Castaneda. I don't know how many people know about Carlos Castaneda now. It was very famous back then. Now it's somehow, at least in Europe, a bit forgotten. It's a very controversial author, because some of them says that he's a fraud, others are obsessed of him. What I remained from the books, it was the power of dreamings and how to control your own dreamings. So I remained friend with my dreams, and I can remember the dreams, and I can follow them next next time.
Next night.
I could say next night, but sometimes you are dreaming also during the day.
Right.
So yeah, next dream I can follow, I can continue the story, and also sometimes I can even direct. So I have some triggers. When I realize that I'm dreaming, I wake up in the dream and I can follow my dream. So for example, if I have, and this is a very, very good exercise for the people who have nightmares, because in this way, if you, for example, you have a nightmare and you realize that you have this nightmare and you are dreaming, in that moment you can control your dream and you can redirect it in your way. So you can transform it into a good dream from a nightmare. So from this I start dreaming my story in one of our trips in Northern Sea. And I've met Nimurel in my dreams, and we had this great adventure during a couple of nights, of course.
Okay. So you said that you can remember your dreams. How is there special techniques? How do you do that?
Okay, remembering doesn't have a special technique. If you are remembering, you do. If not, you're not. But for me, it's not like all the dreams, but mostly I remember. And this is somehow related to, I don't know, probably the self-conscious, because I cannot follow all the dreams. So if I'm dreaming something that I like very much and I'm waking up and I say, oh, this is an interesting idea I want to follow, maybe I can follow. But in this particular case, I could follow. So I was happy that I finished the story. So after I finished the story, I started to write the main ideas, and then I realized that actually it's a character, it's a person that I don't know, and maybe he came into my dreams. Maybe I didn't invented him or her or.
Well, as you said, that Nimurel came to you in a dream. Do you think your subconscious was trying to tell you something about belonging and self-acceptance that you needed to put in words?
Interesting. The same question I had from a friend of mine. She's a psychologist, and after she was reading my book, she was asking me the same. And I thought that it's just a character. But in the end, when she asked me and she forced me to give an answer, I started to think about it and to go back in my childhood, of course. The main question regarding the book was about the character, because the character doesn't have a gender, but it's not actually gender free. So it's a boy or a girl identified by each reader. So even for me, I couldn't say it's a Nimurel, it's a boy or a girl. It was just characters. If you are asking me if it comes from inner me, then could be my both sides.
I'll come back to the self-acceptance topic. You said that it doesn't have a gender, your character Nimurel doesn't have a gender. And my question is, did your parents sometime mention that they wish to have a boy instead of a girl?
No.
Never.
Yeah, I'm boring in this way. I have a very boring story. I was the only child. I was the wanted one. I am the only child in very big family. I was raised by 3 generations with great grandmother, with grandmother, in a big house. So, and I was wanted.
Do you have here a problem with self-acceptance? Can you accept parts of you or cannot accept parts of
Because
you?
everybody has pieces of us that
are not accepting.
We are not liking. I'm not okay with the term acceptance.
Okay.
Because you cannot choose this one. So it is that it is. Maybe you don't like
the way you look.
The way you look, the way you are, the things you do. And the acceptance, the self-acceptance, it's not something that you born with. It's something that you learned during your life and came from parents, from the society, from school. Nobody is born hating himself.
That's for sure. No
baby hate himself.
Okay, so as you see, we are rounding. This is how it looks like. So please do the same with all the intersections that you have in your painting. Second question, 2 words, worlds, 1 heart. You are a marketer by day and a storyteller by night.
Yes.
Which one feels more like the real you? And did writing Nimurel help you accept both sides of yourself?
Yes, writing Nimurel and the Children of Miristica opened an entire world for me, because till then I was just a marketer. So I was writing only content. I was writing campaign. I was writing a lot, but I've never thought about myself that I could even write or I don't know, go in the area of creating writing, because creating writing, it's something totally different, and why it helped me a lot. And I'm advising everybody who didn't try creative writing, even just trying, even if you don't finish a book or you don't finish an essay, write creative writing, because it helps you open your mind and your world. Because after the book, I changed my way of doing marketing.
Ah, okay. How?
I started applying creative writing in my work, and I realized that it's something unusual. I was afraid that the clients will consider a part of unprofessional, you know, a part on, they will consider me a bit unprofessional. But no, it was, of course, a wow at the beginning. I started writing even emails or correspondence, you know, between, so this normal administrative correspondence and notes and whatever in the creative writing direction.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, you can do, so you can say, for example, you are challenging me. Oksana, let's meet tomorrow. We have things to discuss. We have 2 hours between 4 and 6, right? See you then. Or having like this, hi Oksana, you know, things are better now than yesterday. What is your life? You know that we will meet tomorrow. Even the weather probably will be not so good. Our day will be great. Do not forget, we will meet from 4 till 6. I don't know. So a bit longer, but with a bit of, passion,
familiarity, like
friendship,
freshness,
or freshness, yes, and humankind. Let's people like to be embraced even in words. They are happy. And also what I found out writing the book, and this is also something that I encourage. When I launched my book, a friend of mine who is an author too prepared me for the haters. I had a very big launch. It was during pandemics, and I was part of a project called the Book of Friday. When we presented, it was a group of international group from different countries, and we presented every Friday a book. We had 3 launches on this project, and one of this was mine. And the cover of the audience was pretty eclectic. Of course, not the target, not the children between 8 and 12, which is my audience. And this friend, she said, okay, be prepared to have haters. It was an audience of 25,000, I think, or something like this.
People,
Yes.
Wow.
So it was quite crowded. And yeah, so she was helping me preparing for the haters. So in this case, the first thing what you have to do when you are facing some possible haters is to show from the beginning your vulnerability. If you are showing your vulnerability,
Yes.
wow, a great a hard word for me. So if someone was not aware that I'm not an English native, now for sure everybody knows. But showing your vulnerability, it's the first step to close the mouth to the haters. Because I was starting with, I'm not a writer, which is true. I'm an author. Because this was one of my haters. Who are you to call yourself, to write a book? You don't have any studies, which is true. I did only a couple of master classes and courses on how to
write a book,
a children's book, and creative writing. I am an author because this is my creation, and I created this book. So being vulnerable, it's a good thing, which I didn't know before. Being a perfectionist,
I can cope.
It was flaw. I consider it
a flaw, perfectionism.
A flaw. Yes, being perfectionist, and I have also the imposter syndrome. The imposter syndrome, it's a good thing also.
How so?
First of all, I don't believe in flaws or in traits. I think all our flaws are our fortune. This is what society is learning us, that being sensitive is bad.
You have to be flawless.
But actually being sensitive, it's being empathic.
Yeah.
Right? So which is not bad at all. Why, you asked me why the imposter syndrome is a good thing, right? This is what you asked. It's a good thing because you always wonder, you always research, you always you always need to find things, you always want new things, new perspectives. So it helps for you to research and to learn I like to learn. And this is the good part of the imposter syndrome. And of course, not the first step is not to see it as a bad thing. If you're starting with this, then sky's the limit.
Well, I generally consider that if you were born, then you were born for a reason. There is nothing like this that you are simply born for no reason. I would recommend to
close this one, to go out.
Exactly,
okay, to go up
as well here. Thank you for such an interesting answer. Your magical world smells of spices and childhood kitchens. For a child like Nimurel, who has never had a real home, can a scent, a flavor, or a feeling be enough to know where your heart may belong?
I truly believe in the power of common conscience. I don't know, I'm not a specialist in this direction. I cannot say exactly how it works, but I'm sure that every one of us sometimes in one moment felt that we knew something that is very familiar, even if we've never had anything to do with in the past.
You mean like this deja vu thing?
No, it's more than deja vu. Maybe you heard about, I know that your daughter plays piano. For sure you heard about guys who never played piano, they start playing like they knew how to play. Something like this. So this is something I recognize it as a common conscience. I have a friend, she's an author too, and she's talking about this previous life that we can recreate, relive.
In regression, you mean?
Regression, yes. Maybe it's part of this, I don't know. Maybe it's something else, but I believe in this. I believe that even if you were not familiar, like you say, Nimurel didn't have any parents, any grandmothers, grandfathers, any family, no home. Even that, the smell was familiar when the smell of Myristica came in, knew that it's something familiar. And yeah, I don't know. You know what Myristica is?
Yes, it's also a flavor, a species.
Yeah, it's a spice which actually exists. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know till I start writing the book. The spice is the nutmeg, right? And I didn't know the name, actually the Latin name of this spice. It's Myristica fragrans, which exists as a plant. It's a tree.
You say something like this, that you wrote this book for children who choose themselves, who choose wisely what they read.
What I wanted to say with this, our generation, it was directed, it was everything was chosen for us. It was chosen what to read, it was chosen what to wear, it was chosen what to learn, what to prepare, what to eat, what to everything. It still happens, but I still have met some children which choose for themselves, which is amazing. I think this is the secret of life, to leave our children, to guide them, but still leave them to choose for themselves. Guiding them, because it's our duty, yes, to guide them, but leave them to choose for themselves.
I agree with you here. My philosophy always was like Rousseau's. You don't have to teach your child, you have to be an example. So raising by example was my first And then later I somehow understood that my kid is my teacher. I have learned a lot from her. And lately I read into a book by Esther and Jack Hicks, I think, A New Beginning, where they talk very much about the power of attraction, the souls, how to connect to your higher self. And they write very good there that children are the same souls like you are, and they chose you as your parents. So with the idea to guide them, like you said, and not to teach them how to live, to give the kids the opportunity to make his own mistakes, to choose his own path. You are there only to guide and not to learn him how to live.
Yes, exactly. I think this is also the source of these insecurities that we have. Because if someone is pushing you, a lot of parents who wanted to be doctors, and because of that they force the children to become one. But maybe that child would study the same hard to the university, but becoming musicians or
marketing expert, communication expert,
or architect or painter or something else. So it's, first of all, it's not fair for that soul which you say that you love most
to push to do
something else, or something like maybe the parent wants the child to be an accountant and push him to mathematics, and he's not good at mathematics. Maybe he has a very
cooking
emotional intelligence. No, can be a lawyer or something else that has nothing to do with mathematics. But saying to him, you are not good enough, you need to study, he's giving to that child this insecurity and that is not good enough, that he cannot do what the parent want, or is not, if he likes to paint.
Is this your case as well? Did your parents want you to be something specific?
No.
So you had the liberty to choose?
Not quite. I had some options. So I was the happy child who had some options. I couldn't choose everything, but I had some options. But what is your case?
So I had the liberty to do whatever I want in the matter that I wanted to go dancing, I went dancing. I wanted to paint, I took painting courses. I wanted to sing, I took course in singing in a choir. The only is that my mother really wanted me to study. To study.
To study, yeah.
Exactly.
The same. Yes, this with study was...
It's because she didn't get the chance to study. She really wanted that me and my brother, we both study. Although both of us don't work on the profession, but we have a degree, in university degree, both of us.
Now that you are saying, now I realize something very strange. I realized that I wanted to sing and my family stopped me because no one sings in our family, and for sure I don't have voice.
This is how parents are stopping us.
Wow, yeah. But you know why? they are stopping us because they are afraid for us not to failure.
Not to fail.
Not to fail, yeah,
But
not
at
to
the end of
become
the
a
day,
failure.
it's your failure.
Not
it's not
them.
theirs. So you could have started, you could have sing for a year and two, and if it wasn't yours, then you had at least this experience.
Yeah, yeah. I whistle. I am a whistler.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I have a friend, Bianca. She lives in Zurich, and she had a tenacity for applying hundreds, more than 250 CVs
Oh.
till she received the job.
Yeah, it's always about the limitation.
Yeah.
It's really the limitations that we are putting ourselves, that we are not good enough, that who needs our services. There are many others that are better than me. But even if we would do now a soup with both the same ingredients, your soup will taste different from mine. Because each of us is unique.
Yes, what I believe, and I'm telling always to my clients, is that you are not born to be perfect, but you are born to be outstanding.
That's true.
And being outstanding is better than be perfect.
My next question to you, you built an identity around a pen name while your hero searches desperately for theirs. What does that say about how we all, children and adults alike, must sometimes reinvent ourselves before we can truly accept who we are?
Never. Never. If you are trying to reinvent yourself, you lost the battle from the beginning. You don't have to reinvent yourself. You need to present yourself. So self-acceptance, I think, starts with being truth
To yourself.
to yourself. So the reason that I used a pen name has nothing to do with reinventing myself. I'm the same. So Adora Casuneli, it's the anagram of my name, you probably already know. Which I decided to do it like a game, and I've made also a contest with my readers. It's just a pen name that helps me connect with people from different cultures. So this is the only thing that made me choose an anagram, which so I didn't want to renounce to my name, but it's just another way to say the same name, the same me, but in a way to connect easier with people from another culture, because
Okay, thank you. And the last question for today, almost the last. When a child closes this book for the last time, what is the one feeling about themselves, not about Nimurel,
about themselves,
that you hope lives in their heart?
What they feel by themselves. So probably this was a telepathic question, because this is a question that I put to my beta readers before I launched my book. I gave it to 10 children and 10 mothers to read it, and after I've made a survey. And this was one of the questions that I asked to the readers.
What did they take with them?
Yes. And so they took that the friendship, it's important, and with the friendship you can win. They took that even a child that had no chances could become a hero. They were very happy that they realized that even a child can help a world of grown-ups. They became empowered somehow.
Actually, this is what each child, I think, wants to hear from his parents, that he is loved and he is important. But I think in our daily life we forget about it, to tell them multiple times how much we love them and how much we value them and that they are important, that they grow then up and feel unimportant themselves.
Yes.
Will it be a part 2 of Nimurel?
Yes, will be definitely. It's in the way, so it will be for sure the second part. I cannot answer for the third, but for sure the second part it's under the pen right now.
Oh, great, great. Do you have any other plans, other projects?
Yes, I have 2 projects in parallel. So I have Nimurel, which will tell us the story, which is also a book that I started in my dreams. It's the Veggie Vampi Ghost Detective, which Nimurel also mentioned at the beginning of the book. Will be a small crime series for children, which I also started, and comes also from the dreams. I've dreamed the Veggie Vampi, which is a very, very interesting character. It was so funny because when I started dreaming this story, it started like a nightmare.
Oh, okay.
And the trigger came, hopefully, and I could transform the nightmare in the happy dream, and so Veggie Vampi.
I know, you're really good. There is a little bit here, and then that's all.
Okay.
That's good. I saw in your book a really motivational sentences like, the ones who stop are the ones who freezes. Was it also inspiration? Was it your experience, or was just what you dreamt?
No, this comes from my childhood. I think everybody has a grandfather or a grandmother or an uncle who has these wisdom words.
And you mentioned that you grew up with your grandmother, so that's why you were surrounded by this wisdom.
By old people. I was surrounded by old people, right? But the only thing that I had, and I have it till these days, till a couple of years ago, that I don't want to take advantages of not deserved money. So when I find some money on the street, I've never take them, because I considered that these are undeserved money. When I win contests, happen to win contests, I won once clock. It was a chocolate contest, and I win it, and I gave it away. But this happened till a couple of years ago, till when my husband, because I imposed it to him too, I was not in Zurich, I was away, I don't know where, and he was calling me and he was angry, because of you I found 20 francs on the street, and you told me not to keep it because it's bad luck, and I needed to find a poor guy, and on the street in Zurich you cannot find poor guys to give it away. I lost 25 minutes to...
But actually, that the money, it's when you want to increase your income, for instance, and you make all kind of techniques to increase your income, to get money, to receive more money, and you find money on the street and you don't take it, then the universe is confused.
Actually, because of you, I started thinking about it. when you told us last year this, I was, what? Because my belief was that the money that you find, someone has bad energy on it because it lost it. So this was the reason, and that I've never took money from the
I
the
heard that
street.
too, but it's not true. It's your universe
But
showing
now with you saying this, I'm rethinking. I'm not fully recovered, so I'm still balancing, but I'm thinking about this.
This is the
because of
positive part of it, of our beliefs. Imagine you definitely had this belief when you were a child that you are not allowed to talk to strangers on the street, right? When you go to school, didn't your mother say don't talk to strangers?
This is a thing, this is a bad thing when the children are raised in small towns, like my case. In small towns,
Everybody know each other.
exactly. So it was not
the case.
our concern.
Okay, but in most of the cases,
I know this story.
It is the story. So imagine if you grow up, you are already a woman with your, let's say, 50. You go to a party, a networking party, and you don't allow yourself to talk to strangers because your mother told you not to talk to strangers.
Yes, exactly. So this is the part of our flaws that society or parents are teaching us, and actually they are our fortune. Oh my God, this with not talking to strangers for me could be the biggest punishment, because I'm talking, everybody who knows me will say, okay, you are talking too much. When I went to German school here in Zurich,
I will stop you for a second, because
I did something wrong, right?
No, because we are
changing the color,
painting the algorithm of forgiveness. The basic colors here are blue and yellow, and not
okay,
other
so
colors.
green or not. Okay,
exactly.
I will
you can
make
put,
it blue.
Exactly, you can put blue over
Good
it.
to know for them too.
Exactly. Only this algorithm. We have to only use like lilac, blue, and yellow.
And what can
you
my
can paint
green
over?
Yes, I will. But this significates something.
Yes, every color significates something.
What significates green?
Green is growth. Yeah. So each color in aerography has a signification, and it's pretty difficult, since I know the meaning of each color. It's pretty difficult to paint. There is a positive side of it, because when you know what it's missing, for instance, let's say an example, you want to integrate discipline in your life, for instance, right? Then you can add with color, and you can paint using a lot of this color, and you will discipline for sure. I can tell you one example.
Please.
With my coachee. We started working in December last year, and this week we are finishing, so it took us 3 months to work. She has 4 kids, married, doing a master's in marketing, and she said, Oksana, this year I have to finish already the master, because I paid a lot of money for it. I took a 2 years vacation because of the kid, and I don't want to lose that money, but I have to learn and to study to have the exams by the end of the year. And can you imagine, how can I do that when I have a 4-year child, I have a big house, a household. She has a nanny, she has a lady who cleans, and still she has no time for herself.
Yes, I can believe that.
So we painted on discipline. And she said, if only I could have my child for 2 days a week in the kita, so in kindergarten, then I will have these 2 half days for me to finally study, to finally learn.
Wow.
So what happened? We painted on discipline, and in the actualization she wrote that she gets a place in the kindergarten, although she said, Oksana, I can't believe, because this kindergarten is full. I had to register last year for it. So I said, okay, we paint on it, and after that you go and make the registration for the kindergarten. She said, I will do that, but I don't believe that I'll get a place. I said, you will create that place.
Yes.
So the next time we painted the next week, she said, you will not believe I got a place in kindergarten, and now her kids is going 2 days a week to kindergarten. So she has those 2 days where she can study. You see, so once you put the intention and once you paint on it, the universe comes with solutions. And now she has a good nanny, because the other nanny went. She said she cannot be on time. She was always sick or had family problems, so she cannot come. And my client was always disappointed that she could not leave the kids with her nanny. And then she wrote me, oh, what can I do now? Because how can I study if I have this kid on me? I said, you just wish, let's paint. Wish for a good nanny. Now she has the perfect nanny, kindergarten, and she has free time to study, and we paint, because you see the painting also doesn't take 1 hour, it takes at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
So the transformation is huge, and now she has a rhythm, so a regime. She wakes up at 6 o'clock, and until 8 o'clock, when everybody wakes up, she studies, she's doing her things, she's doing the things for her, the reading. She ordered a lot of books, and she's reading and developing herself. So this is how it works. It's simply important to know, what do you actually want?
Yes, this with what you actually want, it's
the most important and basic question. But remember one thing, that whenever you have an opportunity or an invite, or someone tells you something, and the first impulse is yes, and you don't hear to that, and two seconds later the logic will take over and said, no, you don't know the people, you don't know the country, it can be dangerous. So this is the logic that is coming into place. So this is why it's important to hear for the first impulse. What's your first impulse when you heard it? Was it a yes or was it a no? Because afterwards this logic will come into game, and you will change your mind. And also, when talking about us, whenever you're feeling bad, it's like a impulse from your higher self that you are not going in that direction where you should go. And whenever you feel good, it signalizes that what you're doing and where you're going is right for you. So we can also still guide ourselves by our feelings. And of course, positive thinking. How do you feel?
About positive thinking?
About now, just generally. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel? Is it cold? Is it too hot? Is it okay? How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel somehow relaxed.
Great.
Yes, like if I let it go. What do you think about this first impulse or subconscious? How important is the subconscious when helps you give answers?
Well, imagine that the subconscious mind is your archive where all your experiences, your fears, your limitations, your whole life, and not only yours but from your ancestors as well, is stored. So if we talk about intuition, like, then I would suggest you hear your intuition. It's better just because your intuition knows what you need at best. And I observed at the beginning when I painted intuitively, so I used the colors intuitively, I used them correct. It's where you feel. So once you have finished to color, it looks a little bit like this.
Or like this.
Or like this, exactly. We are doing the next step, and we are painting a line. It is called field line, and in our case, because it's about forgiveness, so we are forgiving people. It's a line that comes from top to bottom.
Okay.
You can do
I
the
can
line
do the line following a line,
following a line or a completely new line.
Okay.
Both variants are good. And you see, it should be thick. As you look at the picture, this is the first thing that you see. So this thick it should be. And of course we are rounding all the corners that are created as a result of the lines, so that we are eliminating those limitations and those blockages that have been created as a result of our work on the topic of self-acceptance. And you know, if we're talking about self-acceptance, I don't think that I accept myself to 100% in every.
You don't have to.
Exactly, and I don't have to. That's the point.
But the most important things in acceptance, in my opinion, is not to fight with you.
Exactly. This was you read my mind. Once you did the line, the next step what we do is a circle. You can take one circle from what you did before, or you can paint a completely new circle. So for instance, I see already my circle, and I will do it like this. You see it already.
Yes, but so you said that I can do
you can,
previous one,
exactly,
right?
You can choose from one which you already done.
Okay.
Which I don't always recommend, but if you feel it like
yes,
this,
I feel to do this. I don't know if this was the first one. Probably it's more than that.
Or you can do it completely new. Both variations are good. So it would look something like this. Of course, I will finish it till the end and round also all the corners. Please round all the corners. And what you do at the end of the painting, you write again 20 words in 2 minutes, just to see the first change that you made in your brain after painting. And it's not necessary to do it directly after painting. You can do it tomorrow or in an hour if you are too tired.
On the same paper?
You take a different paper and you write those new words. Always try to observe yourself. How do you feel? What ideas do come? What takes place in your body? Maybe you're cold, maybe you're hot, maybe you're angry, or maybe you have some pain somewhere. This is all good. This is all an indicator that you are making changes in your subconscious mind, and because our body is the instrument of the mind, of the subconscious mind, you will always feel it. And for those of you who didn't feel anything, that's also okay. You just try to paint more, and after several paintings, if you still don't feel anything, it may be that you have blocked your emotions. And it often takes place in childhood when you are not allowed to scream or not allowed. You have to go to your room to silence yourself. And as a child, you did not know how to express your feelings. So your body, for your safety at that time, capsuled those emotions in your body. And it doesn't mean that they are not there. you for sure have felt some pains out of nowhere, maybe in your shoulder, maybe in your stomach, maybe in your back, and it's all unlived emotions. There are ways how to deblock your emotions. You can also deblock them with the help of Neurographica, also with your therapist, also with other ways, other methods. Just please take care of yourself and do that in order for you to heal. This is really important because each unhealed wound leads to sickness and also to different kind of negative events in your life. How do you feel? How did you like the meeting? I thank you so much.
The meeting was empowering. I'm thanking you again for inviting me. It was really nice, but I was expecting to be like this.
I thank you for your time, for coming, and hope
you.
to see you again
Yes,
as guest in my
for
podcast
sure.
with a new book.
Maybe, yeah, with the non-fiction one, which is somehow similar with this topic.
Of self-acceptance.
Yes, it's called Butterfly Effect in Life.
And interesting.
It's,
I like the title.
How your flaws are your fortune.
You see, we already arranged the next meeting, and if you want to find out about your flaws being your positive and your strong parts, then keep on watching. Put a like if you liked it. You can also recommend the video to see to other people who really need forgiveness or are in need, then you can always recommend it. I thank you again, and I wish you a pleasant day or evening or whatever it is, morning. Bye.